Hello everyone, welcome to GSS Core. This is Ajay Shah. So let's start the discussion of 10 MCQs from current affairs. And just for your information, today that is day 19, day 20 and day 21, we are going to do current affairs from geography and environment. And from day 22nd, we are going to start the current affairs from India Airbook, economic survey and budget. So let's start. So this is the first question for you. The first question says, consider the following statements regarding black redstart. Fine. So it's a bird. So the first statement says, it is a species found in Asia and Africa only. So this statement is wrong because it is found almost throughout the Europe, Asia and also some portions of Africa. And it breed in high altitude areas of Kashmir, Ladakh, Tibet and Central Himalaya region. Now the second statement says it is listed as vulnerable under IUCN Red List. So this statement is also wrong, because in IUCN Red List it is mentioned as least concern and not vulnerable. Now the third statement says the bird sticks to evergreen forest in India. This statement is also wrong, because in India the bird sticks to area near wetlands, open cultivation, scrubs, garden and orchids. So basically all statements 1, 2 and 3 are wrong. So none of above will be the right answer here. So now let's move to the next question. So this question is based on Westland Atlas 2019. So the first statement says this is the 5th edition of Westland Atlas released by Department of Land Resources. So this statement is correct. The second says it provides for both the state and district wise distribution of Westland in the country. This statement is also correct. The third statement says, as per the report, there has been an increase in the Westland area as compared to 2008-9 level. So this statement is factually wrong, because as per the report, there has been a reduction of 0.26% of different Westland categories in the country during 2008 to 2016 and not the increase. So third statement is wrong. Only 1 and 2 are correct. So A will be the correct answer. Now some validations. So why this was in news? Because recently 5th edition of Westland Atlas was released by Department of Land Resources, and that was in collaboration with National Remote Sensing Center, Department of Space. Now before this there has been previous 4 editions which were released in 2000, 2005, 2010 and 2011. Now, as per the report, the Westland have undergone positive change in the states of Rajasthan, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Mizoram, Madhya Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir and West Bengal. That's all. So now question number 3. So this question is on Green Climate Fund. So let us read the statements. We have to choose correct statements. So the first statement says it supports climate change adaptation and mitigation projects in developed countries. So this statement it's quite easy to guess. This statement is wrong, because the fund supports climate change adaptation and mitigation projects in developing countries, not developed countries. Now the second says it is the only stand-alone multilateral financial entity whose sole mandate is to serve UNFCCC. So this statement is correct. The third statement says NABARD is the first entity from India to be accredited as direct access entity to GCF. This statement is correct. So 2 and 3 are correct. So C will be the correct answer. Now some validation. So what is this Green Climate Fund? Green Climate Fund was basically set up by 194 countries who are parties to United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in 2010. And this is nothing but this is a part of convention financial mechanism. It basically aims to deliver equal amounts of funding to mitigation and adaptation while being guided by the convention's principles and provisions. Now this fund helps developing country to limit or to reduce their greenhouse gases emissions and also to adapt to the climate change. Now the fund's investment can be in form of grants, loans, equity and also in form of guarantees. Now NABARD is the first entity from India to be accredited as direct access entity. Now if we talk about this fact, then India has basically nominated total 5 direct access entities for accreditation by the GCF. That is public sector entities like our NABARD, then we have SIDBI, and we have private sector entities, that is Yes Bank, IDFC Bank and ILFSC Environment Services. But so far NABARD and SIDBI have been accredited by the Green Climate Fund. That's all. Now this question is on e-flow. Fine. So keep a note of this, that E here stands for environment, not electronic. Fine. So the question says, consider the following statements regarding the E flow norms for river Ganga. Fine. And we have to choose incorrect statement here. Fine. So let us see. So the first statement says the E flows are acceptable flow regimes that are required to maintain a river in desired environmental state. So this statement is correct. Now the second statement says that these norms are applicable for entire stretch of river Ganga in India. So this statement is wrong, because the minimum E flow norms will apply to the upper Ganga river basin starting from originating glaciers and through respective confluences of its head tributaries, which meet at Dev Prayag up to Haridwar, the main stream of the river Ganga up to Unnao district of the Uttar Pradesh, and it is not applicable for entire stretch of the river. So this is a wrong statement. The third statement says the compliance of minimum environmental flow is applicable to all existing under construction and future projects on river Ganga. So this statement is correct. Now the fourth statement says National Mission for Ganga is responsible for supervising, monitoring and regulation of flows. So this statement is wrong, because Central Water Commission is responsible for supervision, monitoring and regulation of flows and not National Mission for Ganga. So basically in this statement 2 and 4 are wrong statements. So option number B will be the correct answer. Now some validation. So what is this E flow? So E flow, I will just explain you. So in order to restore and maintain continuous flow of river Ganga, the center has notified minimum environmental flow, that is called E flow, for the river that has to be maintained at various locations. Now the E flows are acceptable flow regimes that are required to maintain a river in a desired environmental state. Now why this E flow is important? This is important because uninterrupted flow of water in any river is important to keep it clean through its natural ecological functions and processes. Any dam or structures meant for diversion of river flows for the purpose of irrigation, hydropower, domestic or industrial use will now have to maintain the minimum flow under this notification. Now it also says that the compliance of minimum environmental flow is applicable to all existing under construction and also to the future projects. Now, as far as monitoring power is concerned, then Central Water Commission will be the designated authority and custodian of the data. It will be responsible for supervision, monitoring, regulation of flows, and this CWC will also take emergent decisions about the water storage norms in case of any kind of emergency. That's all. We'll move to the next question, question number 5. Now this question number 5 is based on Sujlam Suflam Jal Sanchay Abhiyan, and we have to choose the correct statement. So the first statement says Maharashtra has launched the second edition of water conservation scheme Sujlam Suflam Jal Sanchay Abhiyan. So this statement is wrong, because the government of Gujarat has launched second edition of water conservation scheme Sujlam Suflam Jal Sanchay Abhiyan, not government of Maharashtra. Now the second says the schemes involve cleaning and desilting of river fronts. So this statement is correct. So only 2 will be the correct answer. So B is the correct answer here. Now just for your value addition, this project, that is Sujlam Suflam Jal Sanchay Abhiyan, what is this? This scheme aims to deepen water bodies in the state before monsoon. Now what is the purpose? The objective is to increase the storage of rainwater so that it can be used during the times of scarcity. Now this scheme involves cleaning and desilting of river fronts and also the irrigation canals. That's all. Now this is a very factual question. The question is on Magad burrowing frog. Fine. So has been confirmed in which of the following states? So what is the correct answer here? So B is the correct answer. That is Jharkhand. Fine. So now some validation about this Magad burrowing frog. So this frog was basically first discovered in 2015 and its existence was verified and confirmed recently and published in the Journal Records of Geological Survey of India. Now this frog is endemic to agricultural areas in Jharkhand's Koderma district. Now why this discovery is very important? The discovery is very important because the discovery points to the fact that new species of frogs can still be found even in the central Indian landscapes, that is like Jharkhand, other than the Western Ghats and Northeast where most discoveries are currently taking place. That's all. Now this is question number 7 and there are 4 important cities and you have to choose the correct answer here. So can you see the cities? The cities are Palmyra, then Mosul, then Beirut and then Sena. Fine. So what is this Palmyra? Palmyra is an ancient city of Syria. Now what is this Mosul? Mosul is quite easy to guess. It is a major city in Iraq. Now where is this Beirut? Beirut is the capital and its largest city of Lebanon. Fine. And this Sena is what? Sena is an abandoned ancient town of Yemen. Fine. So which will be the correct answer? Correct answer will be option number A. So it's a purely factual question. So this question number 8 is on Danakil depression. Fine. So just let us see the first statement. The first statement says Mount Ilo is situated at the northern end of Danakil depression. So this statement is wrong because Mount Ilo is situated in the southern end of the Danakil depression and not the northern end. So fine. So this statement is wrong. Now the second statement says Danakil depression is the northern part of Upper Triangle. So this statement is correct. Now the third statement says it has resulted from the divergence of 3 tectonic plates in the Horn of Africa. This statement is also correct. So 2 and 3 are the correct option statements here. So option number C will be the correct answer. Now some validation. So this what is this Danakil depression? So Danakil depression is the northern part of the Upper Triangle or Upper Depression. And this Danakil depression lies in the triple junction of 3 tectonic plates and has a complex geological history. It has developed as a result of Africa and Asia moving apart, causing a rift and volcanic activity. Now this Danakil depression is the hottest place on earth in terms of year-round average temperature and is also one of the lowest places in the planet, and also it is famous for a depression which is without rain for most of the years. That's all. Now question number 9 is on fall armyworm. Fine. So let us read the statement. The first statement says it is the insect indigenous to the tropical and subtropical region of America. So this statement is correct. Now the question number 2 says, statement number 2 says it feeds on the roots of the important cultivated crops. So this statement is wrong, because it feeds on the leaves and stems of the cultivated crops and grasses and not on the roots. Now the third statement says, this is third statement, okay? Third statement. Third says maize, rice, sugarcane are major crops affected by this worm. So this statement is correct. So 1 and 3 are the correct answer. So option number C is the correct answer. Now some validation. So what is this fall armyworm? So fall armyworm is an insect indigenous to the tropical and subtropical region of the Americas and has been spreading across the globe, harming the crops. Now it primarily affects maize but can also cause damage to other crops such as rice, sugarcane, vegetable crops and also cotton. Now it migrated to Africa in 2016 and in India in 2018. Now if you talk about the spread of this insect, then it has also spread to neighboring countries like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, southern part of China and even in Vietnam, Cambodia and Bangladesh. Fine. Now why this is a news? Because the spread of this fall armyworm is quite rapid and it is spreading quite rapidly in the Indian subcontinent. Fine. And why this was in news? Because in 2019, pest has spread as far as Mizoram in the northeast, Uttar Pradesh in the north, then Gujarat in the west, Chhattisgarh in the central India, and several states in the south. That's all. Now this is the last question for you, and this last question is on geography, Drake Passage. Fine. So the first statement says the passage is located between Cape Horn at the tip of South America and Antarctic Peninsula. So this statement is correct. Now the second statement says last year an all-women Indian Navy team on the Indian naval sailing vessel Tarini had failed to cross the passage. So this statement is wrong, because last year an all-women Indian Navy team on Indian Navy sailing vessel, that is Tarini, had successfully crossed the passage. So 1 is the correct answer. So A will be the correct answer here. So now some value addition. So what is this Drake Passage? So that this Drake Passage is located between Cape Horn in the tip of South America and Antarctic Peninsula. Now it is named after Sir Francis Drake, who was the first Englishman to circumnavigate the globe. Now this Drake Passage is considered as one of the roughest waterways in the world, because here layers of cold seawater from the south and warm seawater from the north collide to form a powerful eddies. Now it is also the narrowest stretch in the Southern Ocean, and the waters of the passage are highly turbulent, unpredictable, and frequented by the iceberg and the sea ice. That's all for today. So I hope you like the class. Please like and subscribe our channel for more such videos. Thank you very much. Thank you.